Hello everybody, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yugioh VRains discussion video. So the episode summaries for episodes 2 and 3 came out. I already made a video about that. If you want to go to my channel, or it'll probably be on the sidebar as suggested videos, and check that out if you want to see what the second and third episodes are all about, and the fourth and fifth episode titles as well. We don't have any more information on them, but I already did a video covering that. And then right after, I took another nap, and I woke up, and we have more character information and story information regarding characters like Akira, Specter, Emma. So some really cool information. It's very short information, only like 1 or 2 sentences, and believe it or not, I actually have not read it yet. I'm going to be reading it for the first time with you guys, and hopefully it'll be your guys' first time seeing this as well, and then we will talk about it in the comments as always, and I will give my impressions on it. So, further character info and story info, I'll link this down below as well, especially on secondary characters and the 2 secondary protagonists, all from Animedia. So the first one is Specter, and right off the bat, that is very interesting. I actually did wake up to someone tweeting me this, so I knew this was the case. It was someone who actually speculated, and I kind of really believed it, and I know he believed it too because he was the one who proposed it, that this mysterious knight was Akira zaizen. It is not. It is Specter, and this character with Revolver, this is the same character. It is Specter. So Specter is a member of the Knights of Hanoi. He serves as Revolver's right-hand man. He calmly analyzes reports and the goings-on of events in Link VRains. So I'm going to read them all, and then I'll give my thoughts. Emma Bessho, a mysterious woman. Based on the clothes she wears, it appears she duels inside Link VRains. So that's awesome. So we do not know if Emma is going to be a good character. We do not know if she's going to be an evil character, like I know a lot of people did expect. My only thing, and a lot of people did point this out, the purple might not, from Arc 5, might not necessarily mean evil. You know, it could mean fusion, because Yuri and Gloria, or Yuri and Grace, excuse me, even though Gloria had the same aura, were all from the fusion dimension. So that purple background, we might just associate it with evil because of what happened in Arc 5, because we associate purple with fusion, and fusion was kind of the main perpetrators in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, at least until Zark showed up. So Emma, because her face does not say evil at all, so she could be a vigilante. She could be someone who helps out Yusaku and helps out Kusanagi against the Knights of Hanoi. She could just be doing her own thing completely, that she has no real motivations or no interest in helping out Yusaku. She has no interest in helping out Soul Technology or the Knights of Hanoi, and she has her own motivations that maybe are in kind of a gray area, maybe not evil or good. I don't know if anyone's played the Sonic games, but that's kind of like Rouge the Bat. I never thought I'd really make a Sonic comparison, but I mean, she's someone who I feel like Emma might portray in Yugioh VRains, a character who is not really a good character. You don't view her as a hero, but at the same time, you do not view her as an evil character. So it'll be very interesting, but still a lot of mystery surrounding Emma Bessho. Akira zaizen, the security chief of Soul Technology, and Aoi's older brother. Yes, I'm so happy it is not her father. Some people were saying maybe it's an uncle or cousin. I just wanted it to be brother. I just want to see a brother-sister relationship. Maybe, probably a bad example, the only time we've ever seen brother-sister, at least off the top of my head that I can remember, is Asuka and Fubuki and Shark and Rio. So those are the 2 times. And I'm sure, I mean, Ru and Ruka are twins. I'm talking about older brother, younger sister. But this relationship hopefully is a lot more toxic than the other 2. It'll give Akira a little more depth. It'll make you hate him, and if Soul Technology is behind things. Oh, I didn't even read the last sentence. He has a workaholic personality and doesn't seem to care much about Aoi. Okay, there we go. And that is maybe the best news, because I doubt Aoi is going to be even mentioned in these bios at all. That is great news for Aoi's character, because that already tells you that's where the internal struggle could be, that she's looking for the support of her brother, who is such a successful person. He's a workaholic. He's the security chief of Soul Technology. And if Aoi is the Blue Angel, but her brother doesn't know that, but people that know her in real life don't know that, I mean, she looks so much different as Blue Angel than she does as Aoi zaizen, she really could be struggling with, these thoughts of that she's, not good enough, and that she's worthless, and that her brother doesn't care about her, and maybe her parents aren't around, and her brother's like a father figure, as well as being an older brother, and he's clearly not supportive of her, and he's this really successful person. Or maybe it's just a situation like Aki with her father, where her father was a workaholic. It's almost similar there, except her father did genuinely care about Aoi, so it could be even more of a toxic relationship like Aki had with her father in 5Ds. series where Aoi is going to have this relationship with Akira. Akira buries himself in work, but on top of that, makes no effort and shows no signs of caring about his younger sister. So that will be extremely interesting to watch, and that is actually something that gets me very excited to see the relationship develop between those two. Naoki Shima, Yusaku's classmate, although he heavily enjoys dueling, he's not very confident in his ability to duel online in Link VRains. He's a fan of Playmaker. Alright, I gotta admit, I did not like this guy's design. I thought he'd be a bully joke character, but after reading that, I genuinely am kind of starting to feel bad for continually calling him an obese beaver, because now I feel like I judged him way too harshly, and I know a lot of people did, because I mean, I kind of can relate to this. I enjoy playing on Yugioh Pro, but, you know, my skills get kind of criticized a lot, and I know I'm not a good duelist. So it's actually very disheartening that I can relate to this character the most out of all the characters in Yugioh VRains so far, and I feel like I really judge this guy based on his looks. I mean, we've seen characters like this before that are just absolute pricks and don't matter to the storyline, but this could be a case where Naoki really is trying his hardest and he just is not confident, and that's something that I even struggle with in confidence. And so, wow, that caught me off guard, that bio. So maybe I'm gonna dial it back on being harsh on this character, because I guess we have to see. Maybe because if he's a nice guy and this is his bio, I can probably relate to him the most out of all the characters, so I kind of feel bad now that I've said those things about him, but we'll move on. Oh, Aoi Zaizen, so he does have Aoi. A classmate of Yusaku's, but remains in the dark as to Yusaku's true identity. Online in Link VRains, she goes by the alias Blue Angel, a popular charisma duelist. She has a brother complex. She wants to admit to her brother that she duels. Alright, so I just looked up Big Brother Complex on Google because I wasn't 100% sure what it is. Big Brother Complex is a problematic term due to usage of complex in some circles to refer to someone who idolizes, not necessarily romantically, the figure in question, which is their brother, and then it gets a little more, a lot more kind of dirty after that. I'm not even going to read that, but because I don't think Yugioh is gonna do that. So that's interesting. So which again could just add to the feelings of why she always looks kind of depressed in the real world, at least from the few pictures we've seen, because she idolizes her brother, and her brother just really doesn't care about her. And I can imagine the internal struggle she's going through if her brother, comes home from work one day and talks about how Blue Angel is so awesome and how he wishes he knew Blue Angel or something like that. I mean, that's gotta kill her inside, and maybe that leads to the second bullet point of why she wants to admit to her brother that she duels. I guess she doesn't want to admit that she's Blue Angel, so I guess, because I did see something else that no duels are going to be taking place outside of Link VRains. I don't know if they'll say that in this article or not, again, because I woke up and I went on Twitter. So I don't know if that could be, I guess she doesn't duel in the real world like no one else does, and her brother doesn't think she's a duelist, and maybe that adds to why he's not really interested in her. I'm not really sure. So we know that Aoi is going to idolize Akira based on she has a brother complex. We know Akira is going to think very lowly of Aoi, and that will be hopefully a very good storyline here with the Zaizens. And then she remains in the dark as to, so a lot of people speculate that maybe she'll be able to figure out Yusaku's Playmaker. Clearly not the case based on that first line. So Go Onizuka, a duelist who goes by Go Onizuka inside Link VRains. Although he's extremely popular due to his exciting duels, he's also known for his friendly and kind-hearted side in the real world. He's interested in the person known as Playmaker. Jesus, I read a lot of these characters so wrong. This to me looked like a character, again, that is going to be kind of a bully, kind of like a Tetsu Trudge character, but not at all. He's known for his friendly and kind-hearted side. Yugioh VRains is actually turning into a really good show, and it's, first of all, making me look like an a-hole, which I don't really mind that they're doing it, because they're giving off this don't judge a book by its cover impression. I mean, I judged Go and that Naoki guy as, and I guess they still could be, especially Naoki, as going to be two bullish, arrogant, kind of douchey characters. But I gotta say, I was completely wrong about both of them, it seems, based on these bios. So they're really giving that whole don't judge a book by its cover vibe, and I like that a lot. He looks the same in real life and online, we knew that. He holds the title of strongest duelist inside Link VRains. Maybe Go is going to be Yusaku's rival. He's popular even offline. Also claimed from the interview in Animita with Yoshida and director Hosoda. So here are some other facts. The series is based in a world roughly 10 years from now, where a massive virtual reality network called Link VRains has been established. It's a suspense thriller storyline where Yusaku fights in order to learn the truth of events in the past. Suspense thriller, 2 thumbs up for me. While Yusaku gets his hands on an AI due to certain events, he fights the mysterious hackers called the Knights of Hanoi, who are trying to get their hands on it as well. Duels will basically only be done in the VR network, and while Yusaku's daily high school life will factor into things, Yusaku does not duel while at school. So much info. I will leave this all down below. So that's very interesting. We know Yusaku is going to duel Go Onizuka, most likely episodes 4 and 5, based on the episode titles, and based on the line that he is friendly and kind-hearted, and he's interested in the person known as Playmaker, and he's popular offline, and he's the strongest duelist inside Link VRains. How opposite of a Yu-Gi-Oh show are we really going for? Yugi versus Kaiba. Yugi was the guy who was selfless and kind-hearted, and Kaiba was, kind of the dick, honestly, of the show. Same thing with Judai and Manjome, or Judai and Ryo Marufuji. As Marufuji, we know kind of what he became in seasons 2 and 3. Same with Yusei and Jack Atlas at first. Same with Yuma and Kaido and Shark. Kaido and Shark were not kind-hearted at first. Sure, maybe they became it down the road, but it was always the protagonist who had Yuya and Reiji even, who had this friendly and kind-hearted self. And now it seems like I'm actually starting to be convinced that Go might be the rival more than Revolver based on this, that he's the strongest duelist inside Link VRains, and that he is known for his friendliness and kind-heartedness, and that he's this extremely popular, friendly, charismatic guy. And then you have Yusaku, who seems to be a little more selfish, and I don't know if that's the right term, but a little more hell-bent, I guess is a good term, than the other protagonists. And it's almost like you're gonna watch these two duel, and you might root for Go Onizuka, because I've always rooted for the protagonist, because I like the protagonists when, I like characters who are kind-hearted, and that's always been the case with Yu-Gi-Oh! But this might be a completely different kind of story, so I am really excited for those 4th and 5th episodes. I kind of thought that the first 3 episodes could be a prologue, because it's all information that we know. I kind of realized that after I was editing and uploading the video, and a few people did comment that on the 2 to 3 summaries video, that the first 3 episodes could be a prologue, and then we do a time skip to like 3 years in the future, or like 6 months in the future, and the info that we got about Yusaku being a hero and defeating the Knights of Hanoi is what the first 3 episodes were kind of leading into. Don't know if that's the case, but again, almost every protagonist but Yusei has lost in the first 8 episodes. We know Yusaku is most likely dueling a 2-parter against Go Onizuka in 4 and 5. I think Go could really pull off a win. I really do. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. We got so much information, and I cannot wait to talk to you all down below in the comments section. Please leave all your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support as always. I will talk to you later. Have an amazing day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.